I was happy to be on the podcast, and I think this is a good platform to have people share their stories, because when you're sharing your story, you're sharing from a place of recovery so that other people can have the opportunity to to hear that story and know that they also can recover from whatever it is that they are going through. And not only that, they may be in a spot where their recovery may seem, well, let me say this. It could be that they cannot understand that their recovery might not be on the same trajectory as somebody else, but there's also still hope. So each person, as they share their story on your platform, other people are going to see, oh, this took them 5 years, this took them 2 years, this took them 7 years, but there is still hope. No matter what the length of time is for recovery, they can still have hope that they can recover from whatever situation they're in. We're having a conversation. So that's how I look at it. We're having a conversation. So if I say something that prompts you to ask me a question to continue the conversation, that's perfectly okay. You may have planned questions, but because of the way the conversation is going, then it lends itself to you having a follow-up question about the conversation, rather than just saying, okay, we're going to go to the next question, go to the next question, because I may say something that needs clarification. Jump into the next question won't help your audience. So it helps to just follow up on my response to whatever question you ask. For my episode, I would say you want to recommend it to everybody, because everybody needs financial help. But for your podcast overall, you want to identify what is it that you want people to take away from every single episode, and based on that, then you decide which guests would make a good fit for your podcast. So you don't want to just have a podcast today on maybe why is the earth round? And then tomorrow you have a podcast on how do green plants grow? Because you'll never capture a big audience that way, because people don't know what to expect. So you want to have a why for your podcast. You want to have a an audience that you are wanting to impact, whether it's going to be entrepreneurs, it's going to be women, stay-at-home moms, or whatever. You have to decide that first, and then build your guest list and the messaging around that. So, your guest could be maybe a physician, but they can talk about something related to your whatever your why is for your podcast. So it's not really about their what their profession is. It's more about, can they speak a message to the audience that I have identified, and the messaging that I want my audience to have. So, for example, maybe your messaging is personal finance and hope. So everything you do is going to be geared towards personal finance. It could be money mindset, it could be credit, it could be how to save, how to use the banks. All your messaging is going to be around personal finance. So for you, that's, I think, the best thing to do is identify what messaging you want your audience to have every time, and who are you wanting to have this message. It doesn't mean that other people won't listen, but once you're targeting an audience and a messaging, other people will find it interesting, but your main audience will definitely want to listen in.